Hi everyone, it's Enchanted. Thank you so much for tuning in. So in today's video, we're going to be picking cards to see what messages your person has to give to you, as well as channel their energy to see how they are currently feeling about you and this connection. So yeah, here we have 3 piles in front of you. We have pile 1 with the clear quartz, we have pile 2 with the pyrite, and we have pile 3 with the red quartz, which I also like to call the root chakra stone. So yeah, go ahead and take a second to meditate upon the piles and pick one that you are the most energetically drawn to. You can pick based on anything. You can pick based on the timestamps, the angel numbers in the timestamps, the crystals. It is really up to you, but go ahead and pick based on your intuition, and we will see you in your respective pile. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. So we're going to go ahead and pick some cards to see what is going on with your person and what messages they would give to you if they could. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this good tarot deck. I'm so excited to be using this. I recently just got this. Pile 1, you are the very first pile that I'm using this deck on, so that is super exciting. I'm just going to shuffle the cards a bit more. Okay, these are really big cards, which I like. Okay, we got the King of Fire. Okay, that is actually crazy because when I was shuffling this deck before, because again, this was brand new, so I really had to shuffle it so that wouldn't be in order, the King of Fire popped out even earlier today. So I'm seeing that for some of you guys, you could be dealing with a fire sign. I am getting Sagittarius energy, but don't worry too much about the signs. I'm just seeing that, you know, this person that you're dealing with, they have a lot of passion for you. There is a lot of passion in this connection. I'm seeing on both ends, okay? The both of you are very passionate about one another. But with this King of Fire, you know, this is similar to the King of Wands. So this person that you're dealing with is someone who does feel a lot. Someone who actually is emotional, believe it or not. But they also like being in control of their emotions. They like, I literally just got, like, you know, bending fire. So it reminds me of Avatar, like bending fire, water, yeah. But, you know, this person is scared of being vulnerable. That is not something that they like feeling, okay, especially with this King of Fire. They need to have, like, you know, some sort of control over their life, over their mind, over their emotions. Like, this is the kind of person who probably believes in, you know, not probably, but they may have read books on, like, the power of the mind, the subconscious mind, manifestation. Like, you know, they are someone who is very outgoing, probably even well-spoken. They definitely have a lot of passion for you. This is someone who cares about you. This King of Fire, King of Wands, is someone who deeply cares about their partner, you know, but, like, to the point where they will make sacrifices if needed, but, like, at the same time, they need to have their own individuality, okay? They need to practice their own independence, because if they don't, then, you know, that makes them, like, yeah, vulnerable, and it makes them feel like there's some sort of void within them, and, like, you know, they don't really like that. But I'm really seeing something that they like about you, something that they like about this connection is that you gave them that freedom, you gave them that independence, you allow them to, you know, just be themselves, which is something that is super important to them in a relationship. In fact, I'm even seeing they admire your independence, your individuality. You know, this is someone who's very passionate about you. This is someone who, like, is very inspired by you, very motivated by you, okay? They like surrounding themselves with people who inspire them to be better, people who are making moves in life. I'm even seeing maybe someone here likes traveling. I'm even getting 9th house energy, or they're very inspired by your travels, or, you know, there's everything about you, your mind, your work ethic, the way that you're passionate about things. I feel like they think that you have a lot going on, and you probably do, of course, but, like, you know, they're just really inspired by everything that you are and everything that you aspire to be. Again, you are so ambitious and so, like, individualistic, and you're very true to yourself as well. And, you know, this person, like, sees a lot of depth in you. Like, they feel like you're a very deep person that has a lot to say, that has a lot to, like, you know, share with the world. And again, you're just so motivating. It's like you're just doing your own thing, you're living your own life, and there's a lot of people that are, like, noticing you, They're noticing that you're making big moves, especially your person. Yeah, oh my gosh, I want to take a closer look at this card. This guy's beard is like going down to his heart. Like, to me, beard represents like wisdom. I always associated that with like, wisdom, like old men beard. Yeah. So it's like that going to their heart. Like, their heart is full of wisdom. This person is always seeking wisdom, and I feel like something that really attracted you to this person, and vice versa, or this person to you, yeah, is that you are full of wisdom. Okay, you're very knowledgeable, you're probably wise beyond your years. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, this person loves being around people that they can talk to about like deeper topics, people that can really hold a conversation. Yeah, and like, they think you're beauty and brains, which is so beautiful. Like, I really love the whole beauty and brains. Like, it's like you pretty much have everything. But with the King of Fire, they're very passionate about you. They are very into you. Externally, but they also need satisfaction internally. And sure, they might be around attractive people and things like that, but there's just something very different about you. Okay, you just hit very different. You have an actual personality, you have depth, you're full of wisdom, you're very wise and mature and experienced, and that's something that definitely drew this person to you. And that's something that still keeps them very interesting and intrigued. Okay, this person is definitely still interested in you. They just think you're a very intriguing person. Like, your mind, body, soul, like everything, just who you are holistically is just really impressive to them. Yeah, which is really great. And we also have this like sun that's like glowing around his crown chakra. So the sun represents like optimism, positivity, hope. Like, they're really optimistic about this connection. They have not given up on this connection because there's still so much passion. They still carry a flame, and they pretty much always will, is what I'm seeing here. And yeah, they can't get enough of your mind and who you are as a person. So I'm really seeing that you hold a very, very special place in this person's heart. Okay, we also got the star. Very interesting. We're getting Sagittarius, Aquarius energy here. So with the star card, this person definitely does hope for a future with you. Okay, this is literally all about having hope and faith for a future. That too, like a bright, new, positive future. I can definitely see some similarities in these two cards with the, glowing like crown chakra. This looks, yeah, this is a star. This is, sort of reminds me of the sun. Yeah, so they just think that, this was meant to be. This was written in the cosmos. Okay, like, they're really grateful that they met someone like you, because you inspire them, you motivate them to achieve more, work harder. Oh my gosh, literally as I looked at the clock, it's 11:11. I wasn't looking at it this entire time, but I just saw it now. So yeah, that could even be a number that's relevant, or you could be seeing 11:11 a lot. I'm also getting 17, which adds up to 8, so maybe you could be seeing that a lot as well. But yeah, with the star card, this is also associated with healing. So I am seeing that your person kind of does have to undergo a little bit of healing. I feel like they are doing that. They're in the process of doing that. In fact, I'm even seeing that your presence healed them to an extent. Okay, of course healing is done internally, but there's just hanging out with you, being with you, just being around you, talking to you, like, you have natural healing vibes. You have, a lot of you guys may be natural healers, and you really did heal this person a lot, and by just being yourself, by just being there for this person, by just being your whole and unequivocal self. That's what they fell in love with you the most, or whenever they noticed you doing that, that's what made them fall for you really hard. Yeah. But what I was saying is that, like, this person is undergoing some healing, or they need to do that, because with this King of Fire, this, like I said, this person is very passionate about you, but they like to have, some sort of control over their emotions. Even though they are pretty deeply emotional, I'm just seeing like they may have had a hard time expressing it because they're really scared to be vulnerable. And sometimes that is indicative of a not so highly activated, or a closing up heart chakra. Okay, so this person needs to, like, kind of be more open and receptive to love. Okay, they feel like, there's nothing wrong with you whatsoever, but it's just like, they have been hurt in the past, and because of that, they are very, they're really, like, defensive. And like, this may not be something that you see. This person doesn't act like it. They act totally chill, like everything's fine. I'm even seeing that they have this, like, chill demeanor where, you really can't gauge what's going on, and like, there would be like, this person could be like burning inside, okay? But like you won't see that because this person loves having control over their emotions, you know, just maintaining um, how they're perceived as well. And I'm even seeing this person wants you to perceive them as this exact, you know, king of fire, someone who really has it all, someone who's really notorious, popular in society, someone who's like, you know, really just thriving in life. Yeah. Um, I'm even seeing that, yeah, maybe this person could have some sort of leadership role or be a manager, or maybe for some of you guys, this could even be like someone at work or a coworker. It doesn't have to be, but just someone who, like, you know, is also pretty ambitious, motivated, passionate, which is something that, you know, drew them to you, okay? Or drew you to them. I always get confused with that. But, like, yeah, the energy goes both ways. And, you know, again, you inspire them to, like, just be them, like, you know, you inspire them to do more, to do good. Literally the name of this is called Good Tarot, so like you just embody a lot of really good positive vibes that, you know, this person cannot let go, which is why, like, you know, they're not ready to give up on you whatsoever. With the Star card, they definitely are hoping for a future with you and a future in this connection. Yeah, they really feel like you're someone that is going to like keep them interested, intrigued, and motivated, all of that, you know, for the rest of their life. I'm seeing that, you know, this person, I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty picky about who they date or who they spend their time with, who they surround themselves with, okay? We're literally getting Sagittarius and Aquarius energies, okay? These signs are very particular about like who they end up like I said, spending time with, dating, getting to know. It's like, yes, they may be attracted to people. Yes, they, you know, for some of you guys, you know, I'm not gonna lie, maybe this person could even have like not necessarily player tendencies, well, maybe for some of you guys, but it's like, you know, they could have a lot of people that are around them, you know, a lot of attractive people and things like that, but it's like it takes, like, you know, a soul like you, someone as special, individualistic, smart, intelligent, intellectual, and intriguing as you to, like, you know, keep them around and keep them interested, okay? Like, they're very taken aback by you, very motivated by you. They're just that's why they're just like, oh my gosh, I have to keep this person around for as long as possible. Like, it's interesting because I'm wearing like gold nail polish, and I literally looked up the meaning of gold, and this, you know, gold represents like wisdom, magic, love. Okay, you're full of wisdom, magic, love, and like this totally relates to the whole, like, you know, beard here that represents wisdom. It's, you know, going all the way down to his heart. Like, you are the embodiment of love and wisdom, and, you know, invoke that you invoke those feelings in this person as well, and you inspire them to be a better version of themselves. And you're just so knowledgeable, so wise, that they're just like, oh my gosh, I have to surround myself around this person, so that the both of you can really bounce back ideas from one another. Yeah. Okay, so we also got the Queen of Fire. Interesting. Yeah, so this tells me that this person really feels like you're on the same level when it comes to a lot of things. Yeah, that's been a recurring message that we have been getting throughout this reading, okay? And I'm seeing that this, since the star is in between both these cards, both of you really have hope for this connection to progress, for this connection to have a future, okay? Like, I'm seeing this energy is mutual between the both of you, okay? It's not just you that wants this person or is involved, you know, like is emotionally attracted or connected to this person. It's the other way as well. Like, I really love this. This is like both of yours love child or something like that. Yeah, but that is something that I'm definitely seeing here. You know, this person, seriously, they think that you get along so well, and like they really found their equivalent in you. They really found their, like, you know, ideal partner, their ideal match in you. So that's why this person is not ready to give up on this connection whatsoever. Like, I feel like you really instigated their mind, which is, you know, like, that's something that they're really amazed by. They're just like, wow, this person really makes me think. This person really makes me want to, like, do more, want to be a better version of myself, achieve more, think deeply, think critically, okay? Like, I'm seeing, like, you know, the star card, this is associated with Aquarius, which is an air sign. You are a deep thinker. You know, you've grown up a lot. I'm seeing a lot of you are very, very far ahead in your spiritual journey. And I feel like this person as well, they also have their own personal development journey. And it's like where you are, like, you know, you're kind of on the same level. I'm seeing that the both of you are around the same vibrational alignment. But yeah, you know, I'm really seeing that with all these cards popping up, they really feel like they found their ideal counterpart, their ideal match in you. And that's something that they're not finding in other people, okay? That's something that they're not, like, you know, at least emotionally, mentally, holistically, no one else fulfills them the way that you do. So if you ever feel like, you know, kind of insecure about this connection, or is this person seeing other people or into other people, I mean, not past the superficial, definitely not past the superficial whatsoever, okay? Seriously, like, I'm even seeing that maybe someone could have like a Scorpio or Taurus moon or Venus. I don't know why I got that out of nowhere, but yeah, I just channeled that. Yeah. But I'm also getting a lot of Aquarius, Sagittarius, and Leo as well. So yeah, that could be, someone could have those signs, but doesn't necessarily have to be the case. Yeah, okay, so we also got the 10 of air. Wow, a lot of air and fire in this reading. So the 10 of air is basically the 10 of swords, and you know, this 10 of swords is all about external stress and pressure really impacting one mentally. Okay, this person does go through a lot. This person is really busy with their job, their career, or whatever it is that, you know, they're doing with their life. So I'm seeing that if you don't hear from this person, they're genuinely just busy. Okay, like they're not really that interested in anyone else. I'm not really seeing that at the moment. Didn't really get any third party cards, but it's just like, you know, this person is really busy with work. They have a lot going on. They also have, like, you know, big goals for their life. I'm really seeing that they want you to be this power couple. They want the both of you to be this, like, you know, power couple that's really inspirational, that a lot of people look up to, that a lot of people, you know, maybe even they want to start like a business with you, or at least bounce back ideas, you know, talk about like big ideas, really pick your mind. Yeah, I'm even just seeing, like, you know, they love how smart you are. They love the way that you say things, the way that you view things, okay, your perspective on the world, as well as the way that you go about articulating certain things as well. They just think you're so smart. Like, I cannot stop hyping you enough in this reading. Neither can this person. Yeah. And I'm even seeing with this 10 of swords, you know, they could feel a little bit of intimidation, or like, oh my gosh, like, am I good enough? They definitely do get insecure at times. Okay, like I said, you know, they could have this cool demeanor, like they may appear super confident because fire does represent confidence, but deep down, you know, they do go through it. They do have their own doubts and limiting beliefs as well. I'm definitely seeing that this person could be like a perfectionist, or like, you know, really have this need to be like the best, the absolute best version of themselves, and like, you know, they want you to see that as well. Like, sometimes, you know, it's like when maybe this person tries a little bit too hard to be seen that way, in order to compensate for the fact that they don't feel that good enough or secure enough inside. Okay, so that's just another message that I'm getting here. But if this person has ever done anything to hurt you, or maybe they ghosted you, or, you know, maybe they're just not as not really reciprocative. I am seeing that they definitely reciprocate your emotions and passion. Definitely does go both ways here. But I'm seeing that if, at times, yeah, maybe this person is too busy, or like, you know, they're not as what do you call, I'm totally forgetting the word here. If they're not as active, or like as, yeah, that's I'm trying to say is like, if they don't like text too much, or like, you know, contact you like too much or something like that, it's literally just because they're busy and they have so much going on. Okay, there's definitely external things that are going on that you may not even see on the surface level here, because I am seeing this person hides a lot. This person does go through a lot internally. Again, with all this air and fire energy, usually like air, fire risings, you know, they're not really as emotionally like open as, let's say, water risings, or maybe even earth. But it's just like they hide things inside. They want things to be like, you know, completely fine. Like, they're totally okay. Like, you know, they really like saving face. I'm just seeing this person does care a whole lot about reputation. Yeah. Okay. We also got the 9 of water. Wow. Okay, first water sign card here. So the 9 of water, this is like the 9 of cups. So, oh my gosh, this totally clarifies everything that I was saying about how, like, you know, you emotionally, like, you satisfy this person holistically, okay? You are really a wish come true, or a wish fulfilled, dream come true for this person. This is all about emotional satisfaction, emotional fulfillment, and that's something that they're only finding with you. Again, like I said, you know, maybe this person could attract a lot of people, you know, people that they're attracted to and things like that. Oh my gosh, I just heard like twinkles while the doorbell just rang. But yeah, oh my gosh, like someone wants to like come in, like they want to come knocking at your door, or they want to come in or let you in. That's just another message that I got here. But with this 9 of cups, what I'm really seeing here is that, you know, they care a lot about being emotionally fulfilled, and like they don't just give their heart to anyone and everyone. But I'm really seeing that, like, you know, you really made them think with this clear quartz and all this area energy, but you also made them like feel as well, which is just as important, if not more. And right now, like, you're the only one that they have feelings for. You're the only one that they have this, like, true, deeper bond and connection with. Okay, all these, if there are other people, like, if there's not, then, don't worry about that. But, like, for some of you guys, if you do know that there are other people, or maybe this person's following other people on Instagram or something like that, it's nothing past the superficial. Okay, they know that their real feelings lie for you. In fact, I'm even seeing that at times. Again, this person likes having control over their emotions, so they can act a little bit distant or aloof in order to, like, maintain that control and not be, like, too emotionally vulnerable, because that can sometimes lead them to feel very, like, weak. Like, they sometimes, I'm still seeing that, like, this person knows that feeling is a good thing, but, like, showing their emotions, they feel like it makes them appear a little bit weak. Like, I literally channeled, like, even with all this blue, like, Elsa from Frozen, like, conceal, don't feel. That's exactly this person's mantra. They definitely could have opened up, I'm seeing they can be sweethearts at times, but they just have so much more that they want to let you know, because I'm really seeing that what they feel for you, oh my gosh, it's a lot deeper than they let on, for sure. Yeah. But, I'm just seeing, like, there's a little bit of a blockage at this time that's, like, kind of stopping them from coming forward, or, like, really letting you know how they truly feel. Okay, and I feel like a lot of that, again, it has to do with, like, saving face, having control over their emotions, and usually that is a result of, like, emotional baggage or past burdens. Or I'm even seeing that maybe this person could be around, like, a divorce, or maybe they have divorced parents, or, like, they've gone through a lot of breakups, or just not have had a very quote-unquote, like, successful love life, or, like, they feel like they really failed at love, and they sometimes self-sabotage is also what I'm seeing. Like, their own mind, their own thinking, their own, like, limiting beliefs get in the way, and it's really hard for them to, like, truly open up. Yeah, and this is also the type of person who's just like, okay, if I'm gonna make someone my girlfriend or boyfriend, like, I have to be with them forever and ever. And I'm even seeing that, like, if there is some sort of refusal to commit, it's just because they want to be, like, completely sure of this connection, and also completely sure that, they're also gonna stick around for a long time. Because I'm also seeing that they could have some abandonment wounds that still impact the way that they view relationships. So yeah, that's just another message that I got here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pick some cards from the Oracle of Shadows and Light deck to see what other messages we have here. Okay, we got Shallow Grave. You miss someone. Oh my gosh, yeah, this person definitely misses you. Oh my gosh, 100%. They feel like you really brought out, like, this deeper side of them. Okay, like, they can sometimes appear to be a little bit shallow. Like, that's just what I'm getting here. I keep getting, like, maybe someone could be an air, fire, rising, but it's like they're not really that way on the inside. I'm just seeing, like, they hide behind their feelings. Okay, they have to, like, show this certain demeanor in order to not be viewed as weak. Okay, they feel like maybe acting that way, acting like, oh, everything's fine on the surface level, not acting, like, super deep or anything on the surface level, helps them maintain their strength or something like that. But they definitely do miss you. Okay, I'm seeing that this person misses you in some way, shape, or form. Like, even if you are with this person, like, I feel like they miss you whenever, like, you go home, or, like, stop hanging out. Like, they just want to be with you, around you all the time. And something else that I'm really getting is that even if they don't talk to you for long periods of time, or aren't that, like, interactive, like, aren't that, like, what do you call them? I don't know why, I just can't get that word on my tongue. Like, active, reciprocative. Yeah, I guess reciprocative of your time, energy, effort. They still think about you, okay? Like, I'm seeing, even if this person, has ghosted you, they'll still think about you 1,000 times after that. And just because they don't talk to you as much, or maybe you're in separation or no contact, it doesn't mean that they don't like you, okay? Like, they definitely do. It's just they have some emotional wounds, abandonment wounds, some, communication issues that they need to work on. Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. We also got Voodoo and Blue. Yeah, we just got a lot of blue energy in general here. So I'm really seeing that this person is working on their throat chakra, or that's something that they need to work on. This, throat chakra is all about, like, being expressive, being communicative, articulating their thoughts well, which, by the way, they feel like you do really well. But it's just like, even their throat chakra at times could have been a little bit weak. But I'm seeing it's finally, like, strengthening. It's becoming better. Again, their heart chakra also needs to, like, be a little bit more activated. They could definitely use some heart chakra meditations, but I'm seeing that, this person is getting towards like, you know, communicating you or reaching out to you or contacting you. I'm just seeing someone's throat chakra is really glowing blue, because that's the color, and you're going to be receiving some sort of explanation or clarity. Yeah. And then we also got voodoo and blue back off. Okay, so I'm getting a little bit of like possessive vibes from this person, believe it or not. I know like with all this air fire energy that we have here, they're known to be like, oh yeah, you know, not that jealous, not that possessive. But trust me when I say they do get jealous, they do get possessive, and they're just hoping that like, you know, no one else, like you're not seeing anyone else. Like they want to like tell all your suitors, all the people that are into you, hitting on you, like back off, this person is mine. Okay. And I know a lot of you are thinking like, okay, well then why can't this person do something to actually show me that I'm theirs, you know, like you can't just talk the talk, you have to walk the walk. But like, yeah, I'm still seeing that this person is really hoping that, you know, you don't get with anyone else, and they really are hoping and holding out, you know, hopes and faith for a future with you for sure. Yeah, and I'm even seeing with this voodoo and blue, like they think about you constantly, they think about you nonstop, they feel like maybe you put some sort of like spell on them or something at times, like maybe not like consciously, but I feel like, you know, they don't understand why they think about you so much, because like, you know, this is the kind of person who a lot of the times they were able to detach, and they still are. Okay, the star card again, it has to do with Aquarius, which is all about like, you know, they can just turn their feelings on and off, but it's just like with you, it's like these feelings have all like stayed on for like the longest of times, and it's like even when they do try to detach, they can't help but think about you. Like, okay, they think about you a lot more than you know. So yeah, they're just like, you know, this voodoo that just reminds me of like, oh, did you put a spell on them or something like that? Like seriously, like I'm seeing that they definitely could be contemplating that. Yeah. Like as a joking way, like not actually, but they just don't understand. Like, yes, you're amazing, yes, you're awesome, but it's just like this person isn't used to thinking about someone so much and thinking about something or a situation so in depth, at least not the way that they're thinking about it with you. So yeah, yeah, they're a little bit confused, but it's like they don't even want to fight this. They're just like, okay, this is actually a nice feeling. Like, who cares? If I think about this person a lot, maybe I'm meant to, and I like thinking about this person. This person definitely does like dreaming about you, daydreaming about you, just being around you in general. So, yeah, that's a beautiful message that we got here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pick some cards from the Romance Angels deck. I do apologize for whatever reason. Some of these cards, like, you know, they stuck to one another, and, like, they kind of, like, some of the words and pictures tore off, but it's okay. Hopefully we'll still be able to decipher what they say. Okay, we got one that popped out here. Yeah, we got keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Yeah, I'm really seeing that, you know, for a lot of you, they are very attracted to your mind, body, soul, but like maybe they don't really have it. Okay, I'm getting two different messages here. Maybe they do have a type and you're a little bit different than their type. Even with all this fire energy and Sagittarius energy, that has to do with the ninth house, which has to do with like, you know, meeting new people, like really exploring different cultures, religions, and like kind of expanding yourself. You know, I'm really, you know, think like diversification, different cultures coming together. So I'm even seeing that for a lot of you guys, you know, maybe you and this person could be of a different culture or different, you know, just background or upbringing, if not culture, or maybe even different religions. But there's something different about you, and it's like maybe they weren't really expecting to meet someone like you. Maybe, you know, they're not your usual type as well. Maybe they're only used to dating a certain type because that's what they grew up around or something like that. But, you know, they're really glad that they ended up being with you anyways, because they're just like, wow, like, you know, maybe, you know, like I'm a lot more diverse than I thought. Like I like, you know, they really, really like you, and they're just like, you know, maybe part of why they think about you so much, so deeply, so intensely is because you are so different than anyone that they've ever dated, anyone that they've ever met. Not even just like, you know, culturally and in terms of that, but the way your mind, okay, the way that you view things, the way that you do things, your perspective on certain aspects of life. They're just really intrigued by you. They're very intrigued by like your personality in general, and that's why they're just like, oh my gosh, this person and I, like, there is unfinished business here. I have to have a future with this person. I have to explore more in this connection. Yeah. Okay, we also got deception. So we got someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. Yeah, so don't get scared. I know this word definitely does tend to scare people, but like I feel like this just has to do with what I was saying before with this King of Fire. You know, they act like everything's fine. They have this like cool, calm demeanor, but like deep inside, like, you know, they could be burning, they could be like, you know, screaming, they could be annoyed, and like, you know, feeling all these like very human emotions that they just don't let out. Okay, so if this person acts like they're totally cool, nonchalant, like they don't care at all. Like, that's definitely not the case. Oh my gosh, I literally just got a notification during this reading, actually from a Libra. Yeah, but I'm also just seeing that, you know, this person feels a lot deeper for you than they let on. That's also what this deception could represent. Like, they're being deceptive of their true feelings for you, and they're really hoping that, like, you know, the both of you will just have this, like, unsaid, unspoken, you know, connection where, like, you know that you really like each other, you know that you feel for one another, and, like, you know, you don't have to, like, mess it up with words or something. Like, I'm not saying, okay, I know I said they're hoping for that, but I'm just saying, like, that's the general kind of gist of this connection. Maybe they could have told you they really liked you, maybe you did as well, maybe there was some sort of vocal expression or communication, but for a lot of this connection, I'm just seeing that, you know, the times that you had together, the eye contact that you made, you know, the subtle moments, you know, the nuances are really what made this connection, are really what made, you know, made you both realize how much you really like each other, how much you really care about each other, how much you really, like, feel like it's like this sort of reminds of this, like, meme I saw. Like, okay, my words are all over the place. Maybe I need to practice activating my throat chakra, but it's just like that whole thing about, like, you know, the both of you know that you're into one another, but either of you refuses to really say it or do anything about it or, like, be vocal. And I'm just saying for a lot of you, you know, you're just at that stage in your life where, you know, you've been through a couple of relationships, and maybe in your younger years, you know, you were a lot more okay with being vocal about your feelings and, you know, expressing those as well, but now you're just like, you know, it's hard to get that out because you've just been through so much, and, you know, your person is kind of at that same level as well, in that same mindset as well. Again, a lot of reflective, a lot of mirroring energy with this King of Fire and Queen of Fire. You both are sort of like, you know, maybe you've even gone through a lot of very similar events in life, circumstances and experiences, and that's something that really brought you two together. But I'm definitely seeing that you have a lot of commonalities, a lot of similarities, and, like, you know, that's something that you really that's something that made this relationship a lot stronger. But, like, at the same time, I'm also seeing, like, you know, even your differences, you know, that's something that also, like, your person found you really intriguing because of all the ways that you were different from them as well. But it's just like you just get along really well, you just complement one another super well. Like, they're just like, wow, like, this, I was not expecting this at all, and in the best way possible. So yeah, okay, I'm just gonna recap the signs real quick. Again, with the Nine of Cups, I'm really getting Scorpio vibes. I'm also getting, like, Libra, Aquarius vibes with the star, and yeah, this Ten of Swords as well. Yeah, so Libra, Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, and Sagittarius. So maybe someone could be that Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or 7th house, which is the house of love and relationships. But if you didn't hear your sign or their sign or really have these placements, don't worry too much. It has more to do with the general energy of the signs, which, you know, as I was explaining quite a bit in this reading, with a lot of air and fire sign, you know, they have a certain demeanor, certain, honestly, stereotype to them. Okay, people think that air and fire don't mean anything, or, like, no, what am I saying, like, they don't feel anything, but they do deep down. It's just that they have a different way of showing it and processing their emotions than, let's say, earth or fire signs. But yeah, I'm also seeing someone could be an air or fire rising as well. So yeah, and also I noticed the numbers 22 and 29. Those could also be relevant. Maybe someone was born on those dates. 29 adds up to 11, which adds up to 2. 22 is 4, so yeah, those numbers could also be relevant in some way, shape, or form. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and end the reading right here. I hope this helped. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. You always have free will in your reality. If this pile didn't resonate, you can, of course, go ahead and pick another pile. I also do want to let you know that I offer in-depth video readings, so if you are interested in getting personal questions answered, be sure to check out the description box below where you can sign up for one. And yeah, I will end the reading right here. Thank you so much. Love and light. Hi Pile 2, welcome to your reading. So you all picked this beautiful Pyrite. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and pick some cards to see what your person is currently feeling, or how your person is currently feeling about you, as well as what messages they would say to you or give to you if they could. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the cards and see what is going on. Honestly, the amount of times I've started, I feel like this person is very nervous to talk to you. Okay, they're very nervous in approaching you. I'm even seeing that, like, they're not really sure whether or not, like, you will be receptive to them. Okay, so the first card that we have here is the Queen of Air. Yeah, so this is basically similar. This is the Queen of Swords. Air represents swords, and what I'm really seeing here is that, you could have recently gone through some sort of separation, or this person could have gone through some sort of separation or divorce before meeting you. And I'm just seeing that like someone really had and still even kind of has their walls up. Okay, they have their guard up a little bit. They are kind of scared to be vulnerable, and I'm seeing that this is kind of the case with both of you here. Okay, in a way, that is really smart. It is very smart to like because this Queen of Swords represents someone who's very intellectual, very smart. So it's just like, someone has been kind of, they feel like it's a smart thing for them to keep their boundaries, or, keep that wall up in order to not get hurt emotionally. But the thing with this Queen of Air, what makes her so special is that, like, even though she has been through a lot, even though she has experienced some pretty, like, I guess, not necessarily bad, but like, painful relationships and heartbreaks, it has helped her level up a lot in life. Okay, it has taught her a deeper lesson. I'm so sorry about that. Like, my setup is totally shaking. I feel like you totally shook up their world, or like something happened, some sort of breakup, really shook up their world, and again, just they're just like, very big on boundaries now. But what I was saying is that, this Queen of Air is someone who, despite being a lot, she has developed a sense of compassion. Okay, she is the kind of person who would not want to hurt anyone the way that she's been hurt. So I'm really seeing that is the case with the both of you here. I'm seeing that maybe for some of you guys, if you are in some sort of separation or things haven't really been moving, it's almost like rejection is protection. That's also something that I'm seeing. It's like, they want to be like completely open. They want to be completely open to giving and receiving love, receptive to love, before committing or settling down or taking that next step, because they know that you deserve the absolute best. In fact, I'm also seeing they value you a lot. They could also be seeing you as this Queen of Air. Okay, this is someone who's very intellectual, independent, and intelligent, someone who's also very smart. Like, this person's just like, yeah, I can't play this person. They know that they can't play games with you. They know that you are well past that, well above that. You're not someone that can be easily manipulated by any means. They're fully aware of that. They know that, and that's why I'm seeing like, this person, like, it's almost like very careful about what they want to say to you, or the moves that they want to make towards you, because they know that, like, you're not down for just like superficial connections, or like, that sweet talk. Like, the signs by now, and they're just like, okay, I have to be something good, I have to be something great to really like stand out to this person. I really have to make sure that I have something solid to give, because again, I'm seeing that this person sees you as someone who's really mature, wise, experienced, and you are just so knowledgeable, so talented. And I'm also seeing that they really fell in love with your mind and the way that you think, the way that you perceive things, your view on the world, and like they're just so intrigued by just that aspect alone. It's almost like I would not even be surprised if this person like literally reads up on topics before seeing you, or like if they did that, like if you are in a no contact or very little contact situation, like they really see you as their intellectual counterpart. They really love that. Okay, they love like having their brain picked, having their like being able to hold a real conversation with someone, and in a way that really expands them, expands their mind. Yeah. um, yeah, this is all about setting healthy boundaries, strong self-esteem. I'm also seeing that this person has seen you go through an energetic glow up. I'm seeing that for a lot of you, you are a lot more stricter on your boundaries. You have been working a lot on self-love, self-esteem, and because of that, I'm seeing that you are going through this energetic upgrade, and that's something that this person is really taking note of. Okay, like their higher self is like really attracted to their spirit. Their like inner selves is really drawn to your energy. Like, I don't know why I said inner selves. Like, they are very drawn to your energy. I feel like the vibe that you're giving off, this huge energetic upgrade that you have gone through, is something that is really attracting this person in. They just can't get enough of you. So yeah, this also has to do with clear communication as well. Okay, so I really feel like communication is going to improve in this connection as well. There's a lot of blue here, which reminds me of the throat chakra. So do expect clarity and communication, and like real conversations coming in. So yeah. I'm actually going to go ahead and pick a couple of clarifying cards to see what type of conversation, what type of clarity this person wants to give you with this Queen of Swords, because I'm seeing that there's more coming in for sure. Okay, we got Judgment. Interesting. So I do feel like this person has been doing a lot of thinking about this connection, even a lot of reminiscing. So I feel like, you know, they definitely could come forward and want to have a conversation about everything that you've been through, really rehash some parts of this connection. Yeah, this Judgment also does have to do with, like, you know, seeking mental clarity. So I'm really seeing that they've been, you know, this Judgment is more about, like, you know, being introspective, not necessarily judging you, you know, don't be thrown off by that word, but it's like this person has been doing a lot of introspection, a lot of thinking, and I'm really seeing that they want to communicate that to you. Yeah, I'm also seeing the number 20, maybe that could be relevant, that also adds up to 2, so maybe you could be seeing 222 or 22. At times, yeah, and then we also got this white owl, which totally reminds me of Hedwig from Harry Potter, so that could also be relevant. Yeah, white owl with yellow eyes. But I'm seeing that they want to communicate with you and, like, show you that, like, you know, they've really progressed, they've really matured, because this Judgment, you know, this is the 20th card out of the 22 major arcana cards, and this really does have to do with, like, being reflective of your journey and being very introspective about everything that you've learned. So I just really feel like this person wants to have a deep conversation with you and really wow you. Like, I'm seeing this person, like, wants to, like, you know, they think you're very smart, they think you're really wise, they think you're a great person, and it's just like this person feels like they have to stay on your level, keep up with you, you know, match you at your level. So I would not be surprised if they start to, like, you know, strike up a deeper conversation with you, or, like, you know, in some way kind of show, maybe even, like, you know, borderline prove that, like, oh, I'm this mature person, I really, like, you know, glowed up, and I'm continually also going through some sort of energetic upgrade. Yeah, but I'm really seeing that they want to match your energy. Yeah, we also did get the 5 of Cups. Yeah, so I do feel like this person, you know, wants to kind of, like, maybe open up to you a little bit more about, like, this 5 of Cups energy. Okay, let's talk about this. This is all about feeling drained, feeling disconnected, feeling a little bit withdrawn from reality, definitely focusing on spilt milk, because as you can see, there are 3 cups that are upright, or 3 cups that have spilt, and there are 2 cups that are upright. So it's just like, you know, at times this person just, like, is in their feels, like, you know, they even self-sabotage themselves, they just give in to their feelings, they're just very what do you call, like, self-pitying, or, like, you know, they're going through a lot, but it's like, you know, they need some time to kind of just process those emotions before they get back up. Like, that's the thing. Actually, I'm going to take back the whole thing that I said about self-pitying, because these 2 cards are very, like, mature, grown-up type cards. Like, okay, like, you know, I gotta get past this, I can't keep being this upset over something that I don't have much control over. So I'm even seeing that, like, you know, you're going to see a lot of progress, a lot of change in this person from that. So if this person has been, you know, kind of, like, emotionally withdrawn or emotionally distant, I feel like you're going to see them, like, you know, just opening themselves up to being a little bit more reflective, and a lot of that is going to happen because, you know, they're going through some, like, you know, deep introspection, deep self-reflection, and you know, that you can't go wrong with thinking more, thinking critically, right? Yeah, so, or yeah, thinking more, not overthinking, big difference. So I'm really seeing that, you know, this person might even want to, like, you know, be vocal with you, vulnerable with you about this rut that they may have been in, and, you know, give you some sort of explanation or clarity about, like, just their mental health, or just, you know, whatever baggage that they're carrying, which I am seeing a lot of that could have to do with their past, or I'm even seeing that maybe someone in their family could have been divorced, and that really influenced their perception on love. It's interesting because we got a very similar message in pile 1 despite not having gotten the Queen of Air, but I am seeing this person really does want to open up to you a lot more. Okay, again, I see their throat chakra really glowing, really being activated at this time. So yeah, okay. And I'm also seeing that, like, you know, if they did do something to hurt you, they feel really bad about that. This also, you know, kind of does have to do with, like, feeling abandoned, feeling left out in the cold. So if, you know, they did that to you, like, they want to apologize, they really want to make things up to you, and just, you know, tell you, like, oh, I'm so sorry, like, you know, this is not what I never meant to treat you this way, because I myself have been through so much, have endured so much pain, that the last thing that I would want to do is cause pain to anyone else. So if they do that, it's definitely not deliberate, okay? So that's also something else that I see them telling you and reaching out to you about. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pick some cards back from a good tarot deck to see what other messages we have here. Yeah, we got the 3 of Fire. Okay, a lot of fire. Or actually, no, we got air and fire. Yeah, so with this 3 of Fire, this is similar to the 3 of Wands. This 3 of Wands is all about, like, coming forward, traveling, mitigating distance, really thinking about the, looking out into the horizons and thinking about what things would be like, thinking about, like, you know, what a future with you might even look like. I'm definitely seeing that they're finally starting to get more serious, more real about their future. Yeah, and, you know, this 3 of Wands, like, they're just imagining, they're fantasizing. They're, like I said, looking out into the horizons, and they're literally thinking about what things would be like if you were in contact again, or if you were to take that next step that, you know, the both of you, not just you, but the both of you want to take at this moment. Yeah, I'm really liking how they're getting more serious. They're starting to plan more for their future. This Three of Fire definitely is, you know, more of a planning card as well, like planning to actually come forward, planning to actually do something, you know, make some, take action. But again, you know, this Three of Wands, it's not exactly like the Six of Wands, so it's just like things are still kind of like in the works. They're definitely thinking about it, but like, you know, they need to kind of, what do you call, think more before they come forward. Okay, this is all about like being introspective as well, but in a different way than the Queen of Swords, but like doing a lot of thinking, doing a lot of pondering and contemplation. Yeah. This, you know, Three of Fire also represents like expansion of opportunities. They feel like, you know, being with you is like, it's going to expand them in a lot of ways. Or like, I'm even seeing that, like, you know, this is a great opportunity that they really want to like embark upon. Or I'm even seeing that, you know, being with you is going to open them up to a lot of opportunities because you inspire them so much. You're so smart. Like, you know, they really feel like you help them a lot. I'm really seeing that you, yeah, you have helped this person in a lot of different ways, and, you know, they really like that. Like, I'm seeing that, you know, even with this like Queen of Air kind of does have this like very independent, you know, like individualistic vibe to it, and I really feel like this is how they see you as. And, you know, whereas they could be, you know, someone that needs a little bit more of a push, and that's why, you know, something that really attracted you to them, or them to you, I keep getting confused with that, yeah, is, you know, the fact that you help a lot, and like, you know, they see like being with you as like, you know, something that's really going to help them, something that's going to open them up to a lot more opportunities and advance in life in general. Yeah. This also, like, you know, has to do with like taking the right path. Like, they really feel like you, and this has a lot to do with like success opportunities. It definitely is like a career card and like, you know, opportunities coming your way. But I'm just seeing that, like, you know, they might even want to ask your advice on like some sort of career opportunity. I'm even seeing that maybe for some of you guys, this Three of Wands does represent like separation, like physical distance. Maybe some of you guys could be at a physical distance because of like a job or, yeah, career opportunity. And I'm seeing that, like, you know, maybe this person like wants you to get like a job at their company so that you can physically move towards them, or something to do with like moving closer to one another, and, you know, having someone's career be impacted because of that. Because I'm even seeing that for some of you, you know, obviously this won't resonate with everyone. Maybe you had to like move away, or they had to move away, or, you know, there was some sort of distance created because of someone's job, and like now they want to come closer to you, now they want to come towards you, and, you know, find some sort of compromise. Okay, like maybe they're looking at like other opportunities for jobs, you know, not just because of you. I do feel like this person, you know, wants to expand themselves intellectually. They are always looking for the next best thing. You know, they do want to be in like, you know, fulfilling job as well. So I'm not saying it's just because of you, but it's like that thought about them moving towards you and maybe finding another job or working remotely or having some sort of flexibility in their career, you know, are thoughts that are like, you know, going in their mind, and like partially because of you. Okay, like I'm not gonna lie, you know, this person is very independent and things like that, but like at the same time they really want to take a chance, they really want to take a risk, and they just feel like, you know, why not do both? Why not, like, you know, try to find a better job, or maybe like negotiate with my manager for like having, you know, like working remotely or being more flexible at my job so I can move closer to this person, aka you. Like, those thoughts have definitely been spiraling or swirling around in their head. Yeah. So if that is something that, like, you know, you've been hoping distance has been a factor in this connection, then I'm really seeing that, you know, this distance is very likely to be mitigated. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick some more cards here. Okay, let me shuffle this a little bit better. Okay, we got the King of Earth as well, so this is really great. Yeah, this King of Earth is all about, like, you know, it does have to do with financial stability, but, you know, in regards to love, this has to do with, you know, giving in love, okay, being generous with their time, energy, effort. This King of Earth is someone who really knows how to be in a relationship, someone who really likes spoiling their partner, someone who really likes, you know, just, you know, this is someone who's just very mature, someone who's understanding, someone who, like, just is very generous, again, like I said, with their time, but in a lot of other ways as well. So I'm really seeing that this person is stepping into this King of Earth energy. Interesting, we got the King of Earth and Queen of Air, so maybe someone could be an air sign, maybe someone could be a fire sign, or sorry, what am I saying, earth sign. We did get fire as well. But yeah, I'll recap the signs at the end. But this King of Earth is great because this person really does want to spoil you. I'm even seeing that they want to take you out to dinner or like buy you some sort of vacation or trip. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this does have like sugar daddy vibes, or like, oh, let me treat you out, let me treat you to dinner type of vibes. So yeah, expect this person to be doing a lot more, giving you a lot more, and just, you know, being like a more ideal version of themselves, being a better version of themselves, really being the ideal partner. Yeah, basically, like, you are gonna see like major changes in this person for the better. Yeah, that's so amazing. Wow, that is actually crazy. We got the Five of Water again. So we got the Five of Cups here, Five of Water. You know, this was just to clarify this energy, but again, I'm seeing that at times, you know, this person, they just disconnect emotionally. They just withdraw. They're just in their own world a lot. Again, like, this person can be, you know, pessimistic at times. Like, I'm just seeing their emotions are in and out, because like, even with all this reading, it has been very in and out. And you know, this person really needs to feel grounded. Yeah, I'm seeing that this person, this does have to do with the root chakra, so this could mean that they have to work on their root chakra more, or they're currently working on activating their root chakra. And yeah, that's something that like you and this person, something that like you inspired this person to do, okay? Because I feel like you embody stability, you represent stability, and that's something that, you know, you showed them that, like, you know, they need more of that in their life. Okay, I'm seeing that maybe this person could be like a workaholic, maybe they even may be stable in terms of finances, or maybe not. Like, I'm seeing if that's not the case, if finances have been affecting this connection, I really do see them, like, you know, being more financially stable, or being abundant, being successful, being prosperous in that sense. So if that has been a factor, if you've been worried that, you know, they don't have a job, or like, you know, finances have been getting in the way, I really do see that situation, you know, solving itself. But I'm also seeing that, like, you know, they may be, like, you know, reaching stability in that sense, but emotionally they're just so all over the place. You know, they're really hard on themselves. They feel down. I'm also seeing they at times come from like a lack mindset, or maybe they feel like they're not good enough, or they're not doing enough. Like, look at the way that, you know, this person is just like, even in this picture, like, she's kind of, you know, let me look at this carefully. Yeah, she looks like pretty worried, pretty anxious. Same here. You know, this kind of does have to do with like emotional and internal anxiety. So that's something that this person definitely needs to work on. I'm gonna draw a couple of clarifying cards to see what exactly it is that they're anxious about. I know we kind of drew some cards here, and I'm seeing that, you know, something to do with maybe relationships not having worked out for them in the past, and them carrying these relationship wounds, or maybe they witnessed family members or people around them having a divorce, or, you know, some sort of emotional wounds that they carry. But I want to get a little bit more specific to see what is going on with this five of water. How can it be remediated? Yeah, so we got the Two of Wands. Yeah, I'm just seeing that at times this person is like blinded to the truth of things. Okay, it's a lot worse internally than it is on the outside. Like, you know, they're just so like in their feels that they don't even really see what's going on. You know, sometimes we as humans tend to do that. Like, we spiral, and like things are not even nearly as bad on the outside as we think they are on the inside. Okay, like, things, you know, sometimes life is an illusion. Sometimes we just get so used to negative thinking, so used to, like, you know, a certain way, pattern, habit of thinking, that like it just feels comfortable to dwell in that thought pattern. But I'm just seeing that, you know, it's a lot worse in their head than it is in real life. We also got the Three of Cups. Yeah, so I feel like, yeah, with this Three of Cups, you know, they think you're really lighthearted, jovial, fun. You know, you really uplift them whenever they go through this Five of Cups stage. Okay, so I'm even seeing that they want to really thank you for being this, like, you know, amazing person that's full of love, light, and joy, that really has lifted them up. I'm seriously seeing that, you know, seeing you, however often you see one another, or just being in contact with you, is something that really lifts their mood up, really makes their day. Seriously, it's sometimes the highlight of their week. Okay, like, they're so taken aback by your energy. You just have this energy that, like, you know, uplifts a lot of people, and it's just like, that's who you are. Okay, it's not like you even have to try really hard, but this person absolutely enjoyed, and, you know, if you're still seeing this person, enjoys your company a lot. Okay, and yeah, you just uplift them in so many different ways. Like, literally at times have helped them get out of this Five of Cups rut. Yeah. Okay, let me go ahead and pick a couple more cards to see what other messages we have here, and then we'll go ahead and pick Love Oracle cards as well. Okay, we got strength, so I really like this. This has to do with reconciliation. This has to do with like having the strength to like, you know, come forward, having the strength to take action, and not being worried about like, you know, receptivity to love. Because I am seeing that, you know, they definitely did fear that you may not have been like, oh my gosh, they had this fear that you might not be as receptive to what they have to offer. You know, in the beginning, it's just like they were kind of, the way that I was even saying things, like I was like stuttering a little bit, and that just tells me that this person is really nervous to come to you, really nervous to talk to you, or at least that's what the energy was, you know, at some points in this reading. But now, like, you know, with the strength card, they're gonna muster up the strength to come forward. They're gonna take that leap of faith. They think you're absolutely worth it. Yeah, I'm seeing that this person has been working a lot on their confidence, their solar plexus chakra. This definitely is associated with the solar plexus chakra, which has to do with self-confidence, self-love, just like self-acceptance as well. Okay, so this person is finally like building up the confidence and faith to come towards you. Yeah, and you know, something I really love about the strength card is that the lion usually represents the ego self, and this figure usually represents your mind. So it's like you have to use your mind, your spiritual strengths, internal strength, mental strength to overcome your ego self or any sort of problems without forcing the 3D. So that's exactly what I'm seeing you're doing, and that's why, you know, you're going through this energetic upgrade that's really attracting this person towards you, and that's also motivating them to also go through an energetic upgrade. So that's really beautiful. You know, with this 8, that's an even number, so I'm really seeing that that energy is being reciprocated. So that's really great. That's really beautiful. Yeah. The strength is also associated with Leo, which has to do with the 5th house of intimacy, passion, adventures. So there's so much passion in this connection. This person finds you to be really alluring. I'm just seeing this person really wants to spoil you, okay? Even with the King of Pentacles and the strength, both these cards actually speak to like spoiling their partner, doing a lot, putting in a lot of time, energy, effort, like just overall being the ideal partner and having a very healthy relationship, okay? That is definitely what this connection is headed towards. You know, it's headed towards reconciliation, should that be something that you want. So yeah, very exciting news coming your way, pile 2. It's interesting because you also picked the Pyrite, and this has to do with abundance, and you know, same with this King of Earth, and I'm just seeing there's a lot of abundance waiting for you in this connection, okay? A lot of love, and an abundance of love, abundance of feelings, just overall very good things happening. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pick some cards from the Love Oracle deck, or the Romance Angels deck, to see what messages we have here. Yeah, so we got finances and career. I am so sorry, I really need to get new cards. I've been delaying that for the longest time. Yeah, and we also got religious factor, so I am seeing that finances definitely could have been some sort of an issue, and if it's not like actual finances, it's not necessarily that, you know, someone maybe lacked money. It could just be that, you know, someone's job may have, like, you know, caused them to move, hence the State of Wands, or, you know, something to do with like maybe someone being a workaholic or putting in a lot of time, energy, effort into their work because it takes a long time, you know, it takes up a lot of their time or something along the lines of that. Yeah, and then we also did get religious factors. Your love life is being affected by or influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So yeah, maybe it could be the case of actual religion. Maybe there could be religious clashes or clashes in belief. Or what you know, the other thing that I'm seeing that I feel like will resonate with a lot of you is that like maybe this person and you are at times not really in vibrational alignment. I'm really seeing that someone could be vibrating a little bit higher, which I feel like in this case is you, because you really embody this 3 of Cups energy, whereas, you know, we got 2 5 of Cups on their side. So I'm just seeing that, like, you know, this person at times, they like, you just were vibrating a little bit higher than them, and because of that, like, they could have, you know, been a little bit distant. Sometimes that happens when you're not in the same vibrational vicinity of people. You know, they kind of like leave your life or are a little bit distant or not as communicative or something, yeah, along the lines of that. So I'm just seeing that, like, you know, but because you are going through this energetic glow up and upgrade, it's also like inspiring your person to do that. It's also attracting them to you. So I really feel like, you know, that's not going to be like a huge issue anymore. The both of you are going to match each other and, you know, come into vibrational alignment, so that there could be this beautiful reconciliation, or having the strength to take that next step forward. Because I'm really seeing this person does want to spoil you. They really do have your best interests at heart. They do have good intentions. It's just that, they got to deal with things. They have a lot of emotions and feelings that they deal with on a daily basis that they need to be able to process better. So, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and recap the signs real quick. So with the Queen of Air, yeah, we got Libra, Aquarius energy, Sagittarius, we got Cancer energy a lot, Cancer, Pisces, Leo, Capricorn, Taurus. So maybe someone, and Aries as well, if I didn't already say that. So maybe someone in this connection could be those signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or 7th house, which is the house of love and relationships. But if, the signs don't resonate, don't worry too much. I always say it has more to do with the messages than the actual signs. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end the reading right here, pile 2. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If this pile didn't resonate, you can of course go ahead and pick another pile. I also do want to let you know that I offer in-depth video readings, so if you are interested in getting personal questions answered, be sure to check out the description box below where you can sign up for one. And yeah, I will end the reading right here. Thank you so much. Love and light. Hi Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So we're going to go ahead and pick some cards to see how your person is currently feeling about you, as well as what messages they would give to you. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pick some cards from the Good Tarot deck to see what is going on. What would your person tell you? What are they currently feeling? Okay, we got the 10 of Air, 10 of Swords, interesting. We also got the Ace of Fire. I've been getting a lot of air and fire signs in today's reading. We also got the High Priestess. Okay, a lot of blue coming in here. I'm seeing someone's throat chakra is getting activated. Someone really wants to, like, talk, communicate. Wow, we got the Strength, which is beautiful as well. Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. This is my first time actually using this deck, so lucky you if you're watching this reading. Fortune's Wheel, and then we got the Queen of Air. Okay, very interesting, like, combination of cards. We got very, very different cards as well. So yeah, let's go over these. I'm just gonna go ahead and move the camera a little bit higher so you can see all the cards. Okay, got a lot of blue and green in general. Okay, so I'm seeing someone's heart chakra and throat chakra is definitely opening up at the moment. So yeah, let's talk about this 10 of Air. So this 10 of Air is, basically the 10 of Swords, and the 10 of Swords is all about, like, stress, like internal stress, pressure caused by external circumstances. So right now, your person is going through a lot. They are going through, a pretty hard time. Like, they're really stressed out. I'm going to go ahead and pick a couple of cards to see what it is that they're stressed out about. Is it career, family? Yeah, interesting. We got Queen of Swords again. We got the Ace of Pentacles again, because we got the Queen of Air here. Yeah, and then we also got the King of Wands. I hope you guys can see that. Yeah. So interesting. And then we also got the Chariot. Like, all these cards just came out, so let's talk about this. Let me just move this. Again, I might have to move the camera throughout the reading. My space is not big enough. But okay, so with this 10 of Air, I am definitely seeing that, this person could have gone through some sort of breakup, and right now their heart chakra could be a little bit blocked. Okay, this Queen of Swords also represents someone who has her walls up, someone who really has, like, strict boundaries set in place just because they don't want to get hurt, just because they don't want to, go through that entire, like, process again. Because I am seeing that this person, they have been through a couple of relationships that really did break them, but it also made them stronger people, but it also in turn made them be less vulnerable or kind of have their walls up. Okay, they have some barriers that definitely need breaking through. But I'm also seeing that this 10 of Air could relate to this Ace of Pentacles. So right now they are really focused on building wealth for themselves. They are really focused on their career, finance, being financially stable. With this King of Wands, I'm really seeing that, like, this person could have if they already have a job, they could be at a very high up position that requires a lot of, attention, effort. They could be in some sort of leadership role where, they're really notorious and they have, like, very high standards to live up to. yeah, this is, someone that like people look up to. Leaders get a lot of backlash when things don't go right. Like when something goes wrong, things are always, fingers are always pointed at the leader. So that's also something else that I'm seeing here. Okay, so I'm really seeing like work, stress, pressure, reputation as well, but also some emotional baggage from, past relationships. But also with this Queen of Swords, this Queen of Swords represents someone who, even though she's been through a divorce or breakup, she still has compassion, she still has hope for love. This is like, okay, I just got divorced or I just broke up and now I'm trying to find myself again. So it's not like this person is completely given up on love. In fact, like if anything, you're the one that kind of made them like want to get back into the swing of things. You're the one that, like, made them like open up their heart chakra, or at least activate it a little bit more, even though it's not completely open just yet. But they really, I'm seeing that, like, they have hopes for this connection. Even with this Ace of Pentacles, we also got the Ace of Fire, aka the Ace of Wands. With these two aces here, they really want, some sort of new beginning, or even some sort of rekindling of something. They want to continue this, is what I'm seeing. Yeah. But, like, they want this to start off on a strong foundation with this Ace of Pentacles. I know this is, like, clarifying the Ten of Air, but I'm really getting, like, these messages are for you, okay? They're meant for you. So I'm really seeing that, like, they want, this new beginning, but like something that's built on stability. And, something that's really stressing them out is that, like, they may, like, they're overthinking this connection, is what I'm seeing, okay? Because this air has to do with, air signs, which have to do with thought, intellect, and sometimes is associated with overthinking. So what I'm really seeing for you, pile 3, is that, like, this person is so adamant on, like, forming a strong connection, having a really strong start, in order to really avoid tower moments, because I'm seeing that this person really does not like conflict, okay? Conflict really stresses them out. I'm even seeing they're pretty sensitive souls deep down, so it's like, conflict, strife, discord. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, there's like stuff cooking in the background. Yeah, but maybe this person likes to cook for you. Sometimes I get these random messages and I just totally digress, but yeah, what I am seeing is that, like, this person really does want to, like, build things on they want to lay a strong foundation, okay? And because of that, it's something that they think about a lot. Like, they're like, okay, I have to do things right. Like, I'm seeing they have a little bit of perfectionism in them as well, even with this, like, King of Wands energy. And they feel like they have to make some sort of grand gesture with the Chariot card to kind of win you over or win you back if you're in some sort of separation. And they're putting a lot of pressure on themselves, okay? I feel like they're kind of, like, oblivious to the idea that, like, you can just be with people, start off little by little and build gradually from there. I'm really seeing that this person wants it all, okay? They want, like, they feel like they need to make some sort of grand gesture and have this, like, really strong foundation. Like, because of that, they're putting so much pressure on themselves, okay? Like, think, whenever you have to, like, give a presentation or something, like, you put so much pressure to memorize things that you sometimes don't let it go with the flow, and, that in turn sometimes stresses you out, could cause you to kind of, like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot the word, get stuck, kind of like stiffen up and things like that. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. But I am seeing, this Chariot, like, this person does care about you enough to the point where, like, they want this fresh start with you. They want this new beginning, this, that's full of stability. They want to, like, win you over. They want some sort of success in this connection, okay? This Chariot is all about victory, success, and things really working out for the best for the both of you. So that is something that they definitely want. And because of all this, I feel like this is someone who has very high expectations, very high standards in general for themselves, for life, for people in their life, and that can sometimes, like, stress them out, really put a lot of pressure on them, to the point where, like, nothing ends up happening, okay? Like, there could even have been a little bit of a bump in communication or stagnancy in communication, yeah. Or you could have hit a road bump in this connection. Yeah, it's interesting because we got all the elements here, because this Swords has to do with air, Pentacles has to do with earth, Wands has to do with fire, Chariot has to do with water, which is associated with Cancer. So I feel like, this person is trying so hard to get balance that, like I said, they end up putting a lot of pressure on themselves and stress them out. But it's like Spirit is almost like gonna tell them that, like, okay, you don't need to do all that, just start off this connection, because I just feel like, you know, they feel like you have very high standards, and like it's almost endearing that this person thinks that way. Okay, a lot of the times, you know, partners, like, they don't, partners in romantic connections, they don't do anything like just because they don't have the will, they don't have the motivation. But in this case, they do have the motivation, they do have the drive. In fact, they have so much of it that it's like at times it causes them to just, like, you know, not act. Like, you know, when you try so, okay, like you have this big project coming up and you have all these great ideas and you even put them on paper, but it's just hard for you to like actually get started, so you end up procrastinating because of the fear that it won't be good enough. Like, that is exactly what this person is feeling verbatim. So yeah, that is something that we're definitely getting here. Okay, let me just shift the camera a little bit to this Ace of Fire. Okay, so this Ace of Fire is associated with it is, you know, fire represents wands, so it's basically the Ace of Wands. So this Ace of Wands represents, basically means that this person has a lot of passion for you. They still have a lot of hope. They still have, like, you know, motivation to really further this connection, to really have this connection progress in the best way possible. Yeah, I feel like they're always going to carry that like flame for you. They definitely have that spark. And, you know, that's a big thing, because in order for a connection to work, you need two people to want to make it work. Okay, it's funny because this reminded me of Selling Sunset, where like, you know, Chriselle, spoiler alert if you haven't watched it, she ends up like separating with her husband. I forgot his name, but like, you know, she kept saying over and over, you know, if we want a connection to work, both people have to be in it at the same time, and have to have, you know, both people need to be involved, invested in it to the same amount. So yeah, we also got the High Priestess here. So, okay, like, sorry, before I, you know, go to this High Priestess, this is basically saying that your person wants this just as much as you. Your person is emotionally involved. They do have enough motivation to really make this work. And if at times you feel like communication dies down or things are a little bit stagnant, it's literally just because they, you know, need some time to kind of recalibrate, ground themselves. Because again, they have very high standards. They put so much pressure that, you know, they need just some time alone to really sort that out, to really fix that. And I'm seeing, you know, there's pressure on all ends. Like, yes, they're owed emotional baggage, but also, you know, career related situations. I am seeing this person could possibly be a workaholic, or they take work seriously, or right now they are really focused on career and finances. So yeah, that's just another message that I'm getting here. We also got the High Priestess. This is really beautiful because they think really highly of you, pile 3. I cannot stress that enough. I mean, we got the Queen of Air. Actually, we got that twice, and then we got the High Priestess, and I feel like a lot of these could be depictive of how, these cards are depictive of how your person sees you, how your person views you. So I am seeing with this High Priestess, you know, your person thinks that you're very smart, very intellectual, very psychically in tune. You're really far in your spiritual journey. You're someone that's really mature, okay? Someone that, like, you know, we got the King of Wands here and the High Priestess, like someone that they can really see themselves like growing with and growing from. Because I am seeing that, you know, this person doesn't just settle for anyone and everyone, and they know that you're not the type to do that either. In fact, if anything, they feel like maybe you may have settled for them at times in this connection. But yeah, you know, this High Priestess, they think really highly of you. They think that you are this amazing, kind, caring person who, you know, like, you, yes, you're very compassionate, very intuitive, psychic, and because of that, it's like, you know, they can't get anything past you. So if you know, like, they can't play games with you. They know that. They know that you're smart. They also know that you've been through a lot, you know, when it comes to love and relationships with this Queen of Air here. You know, you could have also been through some, like, pretty, you know, ups and downs when it comes to your past relationships, even before this person. And because of that, like, you're very smart. You know, you've learned a lot from those situations. You've learned a lot from love in general, and now even they feel like you could also have your boundaries up a little bit, or like, you know, you're smart. You're not gonna let people like play games with you. You're not that type of person. Like, you realize when people are doing that. Yeah, but I'm also seeing that, you know, your person thinks you're very compassionate, very kind. You've always given them the time of day. You've always kind of just been there for them. But like, you know, I'm even getting that now your person's like kind of realizing that, okay, you know what, like, this person's not always going to be there for me. I have to make some sort of grand gesture to do something. Okay, they're realizing that, like, you know, they should not have taken you for granted if they did, or if they continue to take you for granted, you're gonna, like, you know, have these boundaries set in place. You're not gonna let anyone walk over you, and like, then they'll just never hear from you again. Okay, like, you're the kind of person who does give a lot, but when you're done, like, you're really, really done, and you will not look back, okay? Even if you have looked back multiple times, at some point, like, you know, when you reach your threshold, you just won't go back. And they know that, okay? They definitely know that, or they're starting to realize that. So that's why I'm seeing, like, you know, Spirit is urging them, or they're getting these, you know, I guess, downloads to do more, to show more, to express more, to just be better partners in this connection, okay? Be a better partner in this connection. Yeah. And, you know, this High Priestess, this is also associated with the moon, which governs the feelings. So I'm seeing that, you know, the feelings are definitely reciprocated, okay? Your person feels like you, again, you're very kind, generous, compassionate. You feel a lot, you feel deeply. But, and, you know, they're really grateful for that. They're like, wow, this person is so great. You know, this person, I feel like maybe your heart chakra is, you know, still slightly more open than theirs. And, like, you know, that kind of motivated them to do that as well. They saw that, like, you know, they've just been observing you a lot, okay? They've been, like, you know, taking note of your actions, the things that you say. Trust me when I say this person is pretty smart. They are pretty observant about you and what you do. Like, they're not necessarily dumb, even if they, like, act like they don't care, or they don't, like, you know, maybe not act like they don't care, but, like, if they come off a certain way, like, maybe you think that they're not as, like, emotional or something like that. Like, that is fake. That is, like, fake news right there, okay? Because this person is actually pretty smart. They are pretty observant. They do notice things. I'm just seeing that their demeanor could be really, like, you know, calm, collected. I'm getting, like, not again, but okay, I said again because I got this in pile 2, I believe, but someone here could be an air rising, okay? Like, they come off to be pretty, like, you know, nonchalant, fun, like, free-spirited, blah, 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 but deep down they notice everything. They notice every little aspect, every little detail. So, yeah, that's also something that I'm seeing. Maybe this person could even have a little bit of water in them, Cancer, Pisces energy. So, yeah, that's just something else that I'm seeing here. Okay, let's talk about the other cards. We got the Strength card here. So, yeah, with the Strength card, this is definitely about reconciliation and really having the strength to come forward, having the strength to, like, you know, love, to feel, to even open up their heart chakra, having the strength to, like, you know, just go about pursuing you without any sort of limiting beliefs, without any sort of, like, you know, feeling overly vulnerable, or feeling, you know, like their feelings can just be hurt at any time. Actually, the opposite of feeling overly vulnerable, okay? Like, this person just wants to go for it, okay? Because this person had their boundaries up for the longest time. They still kind of do, and now they're just like, okay, you know what? Like, I can't live like this. To live like this, to live in fear, you know, this lion sort of is associated with, like, you know, the strength. The opposite of strength is fear. It reminds me of the lion from oh my gosh, I forgot. Wizard of Oz, yeah. But my point is, like, you know, this person kind of does have this, like, dichotomy of, or, like, this internal conflict of feeling strength, feeling fear, and now, like, this person is going to, like, you know, gain enough strength, muster enough strength to really go about this fully, okay? I am seeing that, you know, this person has given you at least a little bit, but for some of you guys, it could have been breadcrumbs, or it wasn't as much as, like, you wish that they did. Like, you wish they did a little bit more, or you wish they pursued you a little bit more, you know, like, fully, you know, gave a little bit more of themselves to you, yeah. But I'm really seeing that, like, you know, this Fortune's wheel, things are really going to work out in your favor. Things are really going to shift in the way that you manifested it to, okay? If you haven't already manifested, or you aren't manifesting, this is your chance to do so. Even if not for this connection, you know, at least for yourself. I'm even seeing with the Strength card, this is associated with self-love, self-confidence, the solar plexus chakra. So I'm really getting signs that, like, you know, now is the time for you to really focus on yourself, you know, shift inwards if you want this to happen, if you want this connection to happen. Because when you do that, this person will see you go through an energetic upgrade and automatically be very drawn to you, very drawn to your energy, and want to, like, pursue things with you, like, fully, like I said. Because I'm just seeing with this Fortune's wheel, like, you know, there's also a cycle that's coming to an end. We got this 10 here, so that something better can come in, okay? So that you know, the universe really wants to pave a path for this connection to come in the best way possible, where, like, you really are able to reap all the benefits of a relationship, of a very healthy, strong connection, okay? I'm really seeing the both of you are meant to come back together, or, you know, take that next step or phase in a way that's going to be the best for the both of you, like, coming back together stronger and better than ever, yeah. With this Fortune's wheel, again, this has to do with the universe being on your side, luck, abundance, good karma, okay? So I'm really seeing that there is some sort of cycle that needs to end, and I think you know, just based on this reading, this has to be their own limiting beliefs, maybe even your limiting beliefs about relationships, about like love in general, maybe kind of like letting your guard down a little bit more, but knowing that like, you know, you'll still have the strength no matter what happens. Okay, the strength is about like it exactly what I said, you know, you going about things fully, you feeling that intense love, you just going about it in the best way possible, having a lot of love, having a lot of faith, but like, you know, should things not turn out the way that you wanted to, like you'll still be fine at the end. Okay, some, you know, a lot of people that are happy, a lot of people that have really found love in life, you know, they've given a lot in their relationships, they've given their all, and I feel like you are the type of person to do that. But you know, they kind of also let go of the resentment when, let's say, that love wasn't reciprocated in the way that they wanted it to, or like, you know, there were some like downfalls in their relationship. They sort of got over that. They had the strength to realize, you know, the strength within themselves, and realize like, you know, I am great, I am amazing, I am awesome. If people can't see that, then that's their own fault. Okay, that's exactly what that is. And you know, then they would just move on. They would just move on to bigger and better things. And I'm really seeing that, you know, that's something that like that's just a message that I'm getting here. I'm not saying like move on from this connection unless you want to, but my point is like, if you are someone that loves hard, loves whole, loves like, you know, holistically, you really give yourself to all, you really give all of yourself to the people that you're with, the universe is about to reward you. Okay, the universe will reward you with abundance and you know, great things happening for you in this connection, but like also otherwise. Okay, the universe loves a soul that loves deeply, that is compassionate, that is an empath. Trust me, you know, empaths go through a lot, and people who love hard go through a lot, but it ends up working out for them at the end, because you know, they realize that they have so much love to give. And you know, they realize that in turn, like, you know, they end up giving that love to themselves at some point. And you know, just the fact that you have so much love to give tells me that you love yourself already. Okay, so you know, whenever that happens, like the universe is literally ready to like reward you with more, because self-love is really what, like, you know, saves the world, is going to change the world. So I'm basically seeing that you're going through this energetic upgrade that this person is really going to realize, and you know, because of that, they're going to like muster the strength to come forward and, you know, have this relationship work out in the best way possible. Okay, have the strength to really love deeply, to be vulnerable, to really give themselves to you. So yeah, this is really beautiful. I just see like so many great things happening for this connection. Better days are definitely ahead. You know, any sort of negative thought patterns, negative cycles are ending, and yeah, this is looking very promising. This person does care about you. They do have feelings for you, and you know, most of all, they have the motivation to really like make this work. And I'm really seeing that, again, if this person is not reaching out to you, or if there's a little bit of stagnancy, it's literally just because of whatever they are going through. It's not personal. It's not like, you know, they want to like purposely hurt you. Like, there's always more behind the scenes. In fact, this high priestess, it's associated with Pisces, and Pisces really deals with the 12th house, and 12th house has to do with things not seen, things are hidden. So things that are a little bit, yeah, things that aren't necessarily on the surface level, things that are hidden. So I'm really seeing that, like, you know, there's a lot more to this person that you may not know. And I don't mean that in a bad way or a scary way. I'm just seeing that, like, you know, this person does go through a lot. They do have a lot on their plate. They do kind of, you know, have a lot of stress and pressure that they're under a lot of the time. So yeah, that's just what I'm seeing as well. You know, don't think that this person doesn't care about you or think about you. In fact, I'm even seeing that whenever this person, you know, doesn't talk to you, they still think about you like 1,000 times, like in that like day itself. Okay, so you're on their mind, you're in their heart quite a lot. So yeah, a lot of love here for sure. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pick some cards from my handwritten love oracle deck to see what messages we have here. Yeah, we got, I love your eyes. Yeah, there's something about your eyes. You know, they say the eyes are the windows to the soul, but, you know, they really, like, admire your eyes, or, like, they're thinking about the times that you made eye contact with one another. Like, that's a memory that they actually have ingrained in their mind. Okay, like, if you've ever made eye contact in any way, shape, or form, maybe the first time you met, maybe even when you got intimate and things like that, that is definitely something that they think about, that they remember, that they reminisce upon. Yeah, we also got I want you back. Yeah, there's a lot of, like, you know, just this, actually, yeah, with the strength itself, this is about reconciliation. Like I said, this is all about like coming in and being better and stronger than ever, like having this relationship really work out. in the best way possible. Okay, so they do want you back. They are gonna like try and fight for you back. Even with this Chariot card, yeah, the Chariot and Strength card really tell me that they're gonna make some sort of grand gesture to get you back or to keep you, or if you are already seeing this person, they're gonna make some sort of gesture to progress this connection, or you'll just see something good, something big happening in this connection. Yeah, I still think about that day. Yeah, so there is this moment that transpired between the both of you that still weighs on their mind heavily. They still think about that. They reminisce upon that. It's like their comfort memory. Okay, it gives them that warm fuzzy feeling, and yeah, they just cannot shake that off. And you know, they love thinking about that. It's like, you know, when you fantasize about something or someone, like that, you get that warm fuzzy feeling, and it's just fun doing so. Like maybe, like I'm really getting that, you know, this person definitely thinks about you before going to bed, like you are in their fantasies. So yeah. Okay, we also got I'm serious about us. Yeah, this person definitely is getting serious. I mean, even with this like Queen of Swords energy, she does embody like, you know, seriousness and like maturity as well. So I am seeing that this person is, you know, stepping into their higher selves, the better version of themselves, because this High Priestess, this is also associated with the crown chakra, which does have to do with, you know, being the best, you know, version of yourself, being like the most mature, yeah, just grown, knowledgeable, wise version of yourself. So I'm seeing that the both of you are like really going through this upgrade. You're even like, you know, getting closer to like, you know, to your higher self, which is good, because whenever that happens, you know, everything just like falls in place. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm seeing in this connection. But also, God, I just want to lie under the stars with you. That's so sweet. That's so endearing. Yeah, this person, you know, they're actually a romantic at heart. Okay, even with the Strength card that's associated with Leo, and Leo is associated with the 5th house of love, passion, romance. I feel like they just want to romance you. They just want to lie under the stars with you. They just want to like, you know, be out in the nature and like have fun and like, you know, make new memories that like, you know, they're gonna fantasize about and think about for the rest of their lives. Yeah, so that's also something that I'm seeing here. Okay, I'm just gonna recap the signs real quick. We got Cancer energy, we got all the earth signs: Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sagittarius energy, Libra, Aquarius energy, Pisces energy as well, Leo, yeah, and I would also say Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Okay, we got all the what am I saying? Earth and fire signs, and then all the other signs that I mentioned. But if you didn't hear your sign or your person's sign, don't worry too much. Maybe someone has these placements in, you know, their moon, rising, Venus, or 7th house, which is the house of love and relationships. But again, even if that isn't the case, don't worry too much. It has more to do with the messages more than anything. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end the reading right here. If this pile didn't resonate, you can of course go ahead and pick another pile. I also do want to let you know that I offer in-depth video readings, so if you are interested in getting personal questions answered, be sure to check out the description box below where you can sign up for one. And yeah, I will end the reading right here. Thank you so much. Love and light.